What's up guys, Bill here, and in this video I'm going to revisit a topic from earlier in the year where I talked about using Fibonacci retracements on intraday legs of price action to find great entries, especially for scalps in situations where the price action is a little choppy, limited range, kind of volatile, and it seems like a bit of a mess. This can kind of help really unlock things for you, and you'll start to see these days in a whole new way and find a bunch of new opportunities to make some money. All right, so let's look at Friday. This was a day where this strategy, I really think it was, I don't think it took a loss all day. And I'll show you how I go about this, right? So first things first, we're looking for legs of price action. That can be down or up, whatever way. We just want to see solid legs that then start to reverse, right? So right off the open here, we have a flush down, and then we start to bottom and buyer step in, okay, and start to push it back up. So our first fib leg of the day would be this. Now this is obviously a move down. So what are we looking for? We're looking to take puts on a move back into the golden zone. And the way I like to play is when I see price push past the 618, I enter, and then my stop loss is a close over the 786. So as you can see here, when we bounce off the bottom and put in that big hammer candle, we get another stick. It goes up over the 618. I'd be entering somewhere around here with a stop loss as a close over the 786. And then what do we get? Massive flush candle. So big win on puts there, back down to a round low of day. And then once we hit that low of day, kind of double bottom a little bit, price starts to move back up. They start to put in another leg, and that leg kind of tops out around here and starts to fade back down. So what am I going to do? I'm going to draw a fib on this leg. Now this is a leg up. And so what am I looking for, right? I'm looking for price to move back under the 618. So either right around, or no, that's the 50. Sorry, that's a dark pool. Somewhere around here, I'd be entering calls. Stop loss is a close below 786. We wick below, but close over. And then we just put in green candle after green candle after green candle, and all the way to high a day. Another huge win. This time on calls. So we've got a win on puts. Now we got a win on calls. All right. So here's another big leg up and then another leg down. So maybe we want to take calls again off this big leg up. We're looking for a pullback, and we get a little bit of a flush here. We get a wick under the 618. We're in calls here, and we're basing, and we keep wicking below and closing over, and then we get another nice move up. So that's a scalp win, and I like to take these trades, guys, with a scalper's mindset to begin, and if the move keeps going for me, I scale out along the way, right? So we get a pullback to my entry. We get a nice pop initially. Maybe I'm up 10, 15, 20%. I'm trimming heavily there, setting a break-even stop on my position. And sometimes you get stopped out on pulls back, retests and things like that. That's fine. But every once in a while, you catch these big legs or these big moves like that flush, or that leg up, right? You catch these big moves that can turn into a couple 100%, even though you're protecting your gains and you're getting out early on bounces, and then you're setting that stop loss, that break-even stop loss to protect your downside, and you'll catch these big moves with little stress, right? So we got this big leg up here. Look at the protection of the 618, just like great. And we have this dark pool here as well that's helping. So that's even better. Confluence, what I like to see. And you get a nice little move up here. Now, you got a leg down here. So let's draw that. Now we're looking for puts on this same move up that we were in calls on. And look we get a wick over the 618. So we're entering here, and immediately a great dump into the end of the day. So what is that? 4 or 5 straight wins going long, going short. It doesn't matter. you draw those fibs on those legs like that in this type of price action, and you can see how effective it is. Now, are you going to win 100% of the time every time? No. But this is just a way for you, another tool to use to try to identify great entries, even when it seems like the market's just impossible to trade and choppy. This is like a cheat code, night vision goggles. And I can't recommend it, enough, really. And I use intraday fibs every day, which would be, drawing from the low to the high and adjusting that as necessary throughout the day. But this is just like a little bit more like zoomed in kind of aggressive approach where you're using the legs of just legs over an hour, half an hour, whatever it is, to find those entries, guys. So if you have any questions, let me know and I'll help you out.